Welcome back here in Manila, specifically the historical international sporting event venue, the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. And this time, this is the home of the 2024 edition of the AVC Challenge Cup for women. As you see, Team Australia arriving earlier on, and they will be facing Team India in just a bit. But earlier on, we saw the action between the teams in Pool B. We got Hong Kong defeating Singapore and Kazakhstan defeating Indonesia in 3 sets. And again, in just a bit at 4 p.m., the whistle will be blown and we will see the action between Australia and India vying for that second spot or a spot in the semi-final round. And thank you for catching this match live, especially on the Pilipinas Live app, wherever you may be. And of course, via the One Sports and One Sports Plus channel. I am Zihir Vasha. Today, I am joined by Coach Ronnie Magsadok. And later on, we got Bailey Akot, who will be dishing out some insider reports from the sidelines. Coach Ronnie, how are we feeling today? We will be seeing the matches between Australia in just a bit against India.
This is a virtual elimination match for the right to make it to the semi, simply because these two teams already lost to the Philippines in their previous matches. And for them to be able to make it to the semis, they have to try and outdo one another to get their second win, but more than that, to avoid their second loss.
That's right, and we will be seeing the lineup in just a bit, but very key insights. They have a couple of players who have seen action in the Division 1 and the NCAA in the US.
Oh, at least 4.
Yes.
According to Coach Russell Burgo, that's part of their program to make sure that the 3-month competition in Australia is further enhanced. Because as they go abroad and play in the US NCAA or in Finland, for example, that will take about 6 to 8 months of active competition. And this is exactly what these young players are able to do. The reason why they are comebacking here after, or rather in this competition, after a 6th place finish in the 2023 edition of the AVC Challenge Cup.
That's right, and now jumping into the next squad that we will be seeing in action on the court. We got India currently standing at 2-1 so far here in the preliminations.
This is a team which placed 4th in 2023, 2nd in 2022 in this competition, was already able to play in the Challenger Cup, which would be the main incentive for the team that will emerge as the top team in the Challenge Cup competition. Of course, their setter is going to be key, and Surya is likewise going to be very vital for their campaign. John, of course, is their setter with a nice matchup against Gia Morado de Guzman yesterday in that 4-set win by the Philippines over India.
Now let's take a closer look at the game changers for each of these squads, starting with Australia's number 25, Kara Inskip.
Kara Inskip, of course, played against the Philippines at 12 points, 6 out of 9 in terms of attack points, and she also had 6 of Australia's 10 offensive blocks versus the Philippines. Plays abroad, plays in Finland, and one of the young players on board, Coach Russell Burgo. Numbers that will tell you she was a vital player in the rotation of Coach Russell, but more than that, she's going to be one key player for them to be able to get their second win and avoid a losing streak.
All right, that's Kara Inskip on your screen, so warming up on the court. Now jumping over to Team India, number 6, Surya. Surya has been their go-to player.
Surya, 5 points versus Iran, 15 points versus Chinese Taipei, 15 points versus the Philippines in last night's face-off. A total of 35 points to emerge as the second leading scorer behind Anusri. And of course, tied with Radha, with both players accounting for 35 points. Under 12 points per game, looking to score more and looking to bounce back after that sorry loss to the Philippines just last night.
Very high efficiency play right here on your screens. That's Surya from India, jersey number 6. Now let's shift things over and check out the group table so far in Pool A, where both of these squads are part of. So far they're at number 2 and 3 in the standings.
And only the top 2 teams per pool will make it to the semis, and that's why I mentioned earlier that this is a virtual elimination battle between India and Australia for the chance to make it to the Final Four. Philippines looking good so far, while on the flip side, it's Vietnam leading the way in the other pool looking for a runway and a pathway straight to the semifinals.
Definitely a do or die match because the winner of this match will most likely move to the semifinals. So we'll expect a high heated action here at Rizal Memorial Coliseum. We'll be back.
Are you ready? We are here at Rizal Memorial Coliseum for your AVC Challenge Cup. This is match number 15 in the women's division, and the showdown between India and Australia. And now let us meet the international referees for this match. Our first referee, Ang Yun Kwang of Singapore. And our second referee, AUS Akhmetov of Kazakhstan. And now let us meet the starting lineup for both teams, starting with India. Number 4, Saravanan Shalini. Number 5, Rajendra Shilpa. Number 6, Surya. And number 7, team captain, Boba Jini. Number 11, Naga Radhakrishnan. And number 13, Kamran Anusri. And the starting libero for India, number 2, Ravindran Aswalti. And the head coach for India, Jai Narain. And now for Australia. Number 3, team captain, Michaela Stevens. Number 4, Caitlin Chipping. Number 9, Emma Burton. Number 11, Cassie Dodd. And at number 14, Caitlin Winka. At number 25, Kara Skip. And the starting libero for Australia, number 8, Alicia Sims. And the head coach for Australia, Russell Barto.
Now you got the starting lineup for India. You got the go-to players, Surya. You got Poyilin. Now for Australia, you got the starting lineup on your screens. You got Burton, Dodd, Wincup, Hipke, Inskip, Stevens, and Sims as their starting libero. Now in just a bit, once again, the action between Australia and India will start, and whoever wins this match will most probably
join the
get
Philippines
into the semis.
in the final 4. Philippines looking good so far, hurdling 2 of the toughest opponents in the pool so far. Goes without saying that there are still 2 remaining games for Las Pilipinas. But I believe with what I have seen between India and Australia, not only are they 2 of the tallest, but they are 2 of the best teams here in the 2024 edition of the Challenge Cup.
Australia drawing first blood.
Australia, first offensive block. Australia versus the Philippines had 12 blocks, 6 of them coming from in-skip. And in their game against Chinese Taipei, I believe they had a total of 16 kill blocks. Team that they beat in 4 sets.
A present, a free ball given to Australia plus an infraction.
Automatic point.
Automatic point. 2 for 2 for Australia. So
For
far, strong
Valeries
start.
with a good start here in set 1. Both teams frustrated by Alas Pilipinas. In their last match, last night, it was India. As Australia took a bye yesterday but was beaten by Team Philippines 2 nights ago.
Easy pickup there, Sims. Back row. Ball still alive. They get a free ball. Australia will try one more time. That was Emma Burton, their opposite spiker, above and beyond the Indian blockers.
One of the key players for Coach Russell. Burton against the Philippines. Let's double check. Had a total of 8 points scored in every set. 2 points, to be precise, in every set played against the Philippines.
Out of system from India. Too easy for Australia. They choose Burton once again. That was too tight. India's first point from that kill block.
I believe that was Surya, who had 2 of the 7 kill blocks of India versus the Philippines. Surya had 15 points. The player that we highlighted earlier during our pregame. Overpass, 3 point. 1 apiece. Michaela Stevens playing the starring role as the ace playmaker for Australia, recalled to the national team together with Caitlin Tipping, while on the flip side, it's Ginny on the service line, who scored 1 point after averaging close to 6 points in their first 2 wins before facing off Gia Morado de Guzman last night.
Good recovery there. Option for India.
That's Anosri, the leading scorer for India in this competition. Anosri has a total of 39 points fired in 3 matches. And just last night against the Philippines, Anosri had a total of 12 points.
Yep. One of the 3 Indian hitters getting double digits last night against, or the last game against the Philippines. Free ball in the meantime for Australia here. Good defense from Shalini. And through the blockers once again, Anusri.
Anusri was frustrated last night against the Philippines, only 11 of 33. Philippines' net defense and floor defense was outstanding yesterday in that comeback win over Team India, which finished 2nd in this competition and 4th as well in the first 2 editions of the Challenge Cup.
Good up, out of system, but Dodd was just too alert and ready at the net.
One of at least 4 players seeing action in Division 1 in the US NCAA plays for Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Dodd against Australia had 6 points, had 2 blocks. In one game, in their first match against Chinese Taipei, she had 10 blocks versus their East Asian opponent.
Good swing there by Anusri, but just a little too under that ball, sending that one out.
Hitting that shot away from the blockers, committing her first attack fault. 2 out of 3 so far for Anusri. A lot of tension in the air between these 2 squads.
Yes.
One miss. You're not going to make it to the semis anymore. That's why she does not miss 2 in a row. Getting most of the touches from the right flank. Look at that back set, that reverse set. Excellent play coming from Ginny.
Anusri capitalizing on the late blockers in front of her, getting that point and that opportunity to serve right away. But Australia steals back the point. Once again, that was Burton from the right front.
Burton, 8 points versus the Philippines, 11 points versus Chinese Taipei, 19 points scored so far in 2 games. Getting a lot of touches here to open up this match.
Quite a mishit by Surya, but still results to a point.
Anytime you're a Stola Surya, I believe she stands at least 6'3". And had a nice battle last night against Thea Gagata and Fifi Sharma. In the first set, they prevailed over the Philippines at 25-22, coming from behind before the Philippines broke their hearts in the last 3 sets.
This time Anusri taking advantage and making points at the service line.
The first line of offense, Anusri has scored at least 4 of the first 7 points here for India. We're now on top by 1.
They choose Burton once again, but Jeannie was there on the floor. A soft push there from Tipping, catching Team India off guard.
30 points scored in 2 games for Tipping, the leading scorer. Also plays in the NCAA Division 1.
Good first ball from India. Ooh. Almost a stuff block, but Anaga just a little too smart against her blocker there. 1-on-1, getting the point.
Off the block point coming from Rada. What a 13-point output against the Philippines. Rada also has accounted for 35 points in 3 games together with Surya.
Ooh, good pancake save option here for India.
Oh, nice combination play.
Good block from India. Here we go. Ginny pushes it with Shalini. Sims was there. Over on 2, over on 1. We got Tipping there, who finally ends this mega rally.
And that's a superb placement on that cross-court delivery by Tipping. Look at this last bump set. And the angle taken over the 2 blockers. Straight to zone 5, no problem.
Good eye there from Stevens, acknowledging Tipping was ready to get that first, to take that swing.
Tipping was only 8 of 33 against the defense of ALAS Pilipinas. Looking for a better showing to try and help out Australia get past Team India. India now with a 1-point lead. Let's see. Genie with a bomb set, off speed from the back row, over the 2 blockers, coverage was a second link.
Getting a lot of variations coming from Anusri this time, still making points off the back row here.
Nice shot for Coach Russell. Silhouette.
Against the fully packed Rizal Memorial Stadium on a Saturday afternoon.
The venue has been packed in the last 3 nights. And we can expect more people to come shortly as ALAS Pilipinas will square off in Chinese Taipei in their bid to get their 3rd straight win and move closer. A step closer to its first ever semifinal stint after finishing in the 7th spot in last year's edition of the Challenge Cup.
Rada with that firepower from the back row this time.
Accuracy is way up there here. Good misdirection by the middle hitter. To free up Rada from the right flank. Oh, first point.
Cup.
Has been very quiet. First touch for Wincup. 2 points versus the Philippines. 8 points versus Chinese Taipei. 10 points scored in 2 matches, 5 points per match. For Caitlin Wincup.
Wincup getting 2 points, playing
19 years old.
2 sets, 3 sets.
19 years
Wow.
old.
Good exposure for her, playing in a crowd like this as well.
As I was taking a look at the lineups and the average age, the youngest and the oldest, you can see that this is a part of a 4-year program for most of the teams. And that's why they have brought in players as young as 17. And hopefully in 4 years, they will be ripe enough to either play in the VNL should they win in the Challenger Cup and the other top-tier competitions on the global level.
Good dig there. Little too
Oh,
low.
nice.
But Rada finds a way.
Very high accuracy. And Ginny, their ace playmakers, who's about to go to the service line, has a lot to do about this success by India against Australia, who's a very good blocking team. Actually, both are very good blocking teams. See how tall these players are really up close.
Win Cup asking for a check ball, but all our officials agreeing that that was a point to India, and Australia asking for a timeout.
Okay, guys. No worries. Keep calm on it. On those tight ones, if you want to push off, we do have to push in. Okay, and push pretty straight to it. Wait for them to contact and then out, or push straight for line and let them block out. Okay? Otherwise, on the we've made a couple of very good digs. See, in the transition sets, we just need a little bit of space to work with. Keep hitting hard and high. All right, we need to hit. All right, here we go.
That was Coach Russell for Team Australia, acknowledging, the right things that they have been doing, but so far India has been pushing a little bit harder here in set number 1.
Right. The fresher unit, of course, is Team Australia, who did not see action yesterday, while India finished its game against the Philippines probably past 9 p.m. last night. And after the timeout, Australia will score in that back row play, kissing the line, cutting the lead to 2. Coach Russell, a decorated player and decorated coach, former captain of the Australian men's volleyball team, and has coached in the Olympics for at least 3 times. But is that Rada again?
Yes.
Rada again from the right flank, from the left wing, no problem. And Jeannie just weaving her magic, perhaps understanding and seeing how their opponents have already played, especially with both teams losing to Alas Pilipinas in their last matches.
And acknowledging that Rada right now has the hot hands.
Yes, true.
Here for their squad.
Has not missed.
Tipping. Good check and dig. Also alive. No second touch here. Point goes to Australia.
16 points versus Chinese Taipei, 6 versus the Philippines, 22 in 2 matches, 10 blocks against Chinese Taipei. For Casey Dodd, who is only 20 years old.
Wow. A lot of young, promising players here. And speaking of, we got Surya hailing from the middle. Textbook play from Team India.
And Surya rules when she is that close to the net. Taller than the Valeroos, and definitely quick and agile for her size.
Good serve from her as well. Tipping out of system. Ooh.
That's inside. Good disguise. Straight to zone 1. And you can see she's all business tonight. Understanding the need for them to get this win for a team that did not make it to the Final Four in last year's edition. Looking to make a big step towards a spot in the Final Four.
Ooh.
Back-to-back points.
Rada denied at the net
That's
by
it.
tipping.
That's the first denial against Rada. And tipping, making sure that they are closer to India, and that's really a sign of things to come here for Australia, looking to regain their blocking ways.
Could just be a point, but definitely a morale booster here for Australia. But India takes the point back right away.
Coming from Shalini. Also has been instrumental in this 2-game winning run for India before running to the Philippines. Shalini, 12 points against Iran. Shalini against Chinese Taipei had 6.
Ooh, nice deflection there. Out of system option for Australia. They choose tipping.
And that's the value of tipping in the front line. Tipping has scored at least the last 3 points. It was Emma Burton early on getting the touches from Michaela Stevens. But right now, as we cross the midpoint of this initial set, tipping taking over.
Got a jump serve. And the ace. Now we're at the deadlock 16. All tipping has been doing quite the work for Team Australia here.
At least 5 points in the set for Caitlin Tipping.
Good eye there from the second referee, seeing a net infraction on the side of Team Australia. 3 point for India.
One thing that you notice in this competition level, the errors are really very low.
Yes.
The discipline is already established and the system really embraced by all these national players.
Wing cup. Ooh, too smart for the opponent.
10-point scorer in 2 games. 8 in their first against Chinese Taipei, 2 against the Philippines. It's like an off-speed that turned to a drop, finding the hole in the defense. She missed twice already. Now scores her second point of the match, tied at 17 here in set 1.
Ooh, good dig from tipping. Win cup this time. Deflection from India. But Stevens, not enough speed there to get that return ball.
This is also the part of the game of India and Australia that the Philippines attack really their floor defense with the Philippines, the more quicker team, agility in favor of the Philippines, something that we were able to use well against India and Australia and due to beating both of these teams in 4 sets. Second ace given up here by Australia, and that's a concern. They gave up 9 service aces to the Philippines in that loss 2 nights ago. India also hurt by the hot serving of Team Philippines, who had 8 aces meanwhile against India last night.
Ooh, this
Tipping again.
time.
Tipping again, this time from the back line, from the back row. Tipping has scored from almost every side of the floor.
Yes.
Look at that back set coming from Michaela Stevens. And then that pipe. Chase down continues for the Valley Roos. We're still down by 1.
And the variations that she has been displaying in
Correct.
this match as well. It's hard to anticipate what kind of hit she'll be making. Ooh, in the meantime, a costly error, unenforced error on the side of India, wrong rotation.
Rotation error.
Something that you should
happen.
avoid.
Especially at this level.
Exactly. And at this part of set number 1, another deadlock here, 19 all. You got the captain, setter Stevens, on deck.
Meaning a full front line stays right now for Australia. Good read. Excellent read. Coming from player number 4, Charlini, who's only 24 years old, by the way. Average age is 24, youngest is 18, oldest is 29 for India. Out of sync between Dodd and Michaela Stevens.
Good effort there for Stevens, trying to get a hand there on that ball, but another timeout requested by Team Australia. Let's listen in.
So we'll have 11 out here, so we need to run the pink. Yep, split that block up. Okay, so we're going to go pink with out to you or D behind. What's that? Yeah, okay. All right, so we're dragging the block away from 11, okay? All right, here we go, guys, from here. Yeah!
It was 19 all, but now we're looking at a 2 point advantage from India, which all started from that service error.
Right. It was 19-all because of the rotation error
Yes.
of India, followed by a service error, and then another point for the red shirts for a 2-point cushion late here in the first. Specific instructions coming from Coach Russell earlier. Net touch.
There's a check ball. One of the blockers from Team India. We got that point for tipping. This time forcing Team India, Coach Jai, to call a timeout.
क्यों सुस्त हो रही है तेरे ये भी नहीं है कि कोई ये है
Only 4 point का गेम है अभी खेलना अभी सिली मिस्टेक मत
The tone of urgency.
Yep.
You can discern
And not just from
very
the
clearly
coach.
from everyone.
Yes.
Understanding that a lot of sets so far that we have seen, I've seen teams lose a set as the other team has come from behind to steal that set away.
Easy pickup for Team Australia.
Nice.
Tipping, but rejected at the net.
Earlier, Coach Russell said you have to split the blockers. Try to get your shots away from Manusri, who's been the best net defender so far here for India. But that is exactly what happened in that last sequence offensively for Australia. And now they will give up point number 22 for India.
But so far, India acknowledging that balls will definitely go mostly to tipping this time. She goes above and beyond the blockers, getting a point.
Set on the line. Kate Tipping continues to impress. Perfect set as well for the Valeroos. Still down by 1 at 22-21.
We got some Australians in attendance, cheering for their squad.
They've been here from day one.
Always such a treat to see
Yes.
our foreign friends always watching live and loving this moment as Australia once again catching up 22-all here, courtesy of Burton.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Eluding the tallest blocker in Surya. Burton started the scoring for Australia early in the first set until Kate Tipping started to take over.
ladies and gentlemen, our official score 22.
Good coverage there. Jeannie once again to Shalini. Responded there. No touch on the second ball and gets the point.
Check on her first shot. Successful in her second attempt.
Avoiding the blocker.
Yes,
too.
yes.
Look at that sharp angle there.
No defense was right there.
Number 6, Surya.
Too much force, too much power for Shalini. Overreach. Oh,
Catch and throw violation called on Australia, point for India.
crucial. Crucial, Miski. 2 set points for the red shirts.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to clap your hands.
We got replays here.
Surya.
Set point for India. Let's see how Australia responds. Tipping cross court. Yes.
She's in front once again. That's the red flag. And Stevens makes sure it's all about high percentage. You go to Caitlin Tipping with delivers once again. At least 6 first set points for Caitlin Tipping so far.
Jump serve. Jeannie, who will she choose? Oh, chooses Rada, but denied.
Well, the gum may have fallen, but the set has stayed. Kate Tipping has lost her gum, but Australia stayed in the set. Two crucial. Look at the reaction for Kate Tipping. 2 crucial points.
Yeah, one more time. Caitlin Tipping has been dishing out monster blocks here. We got 24 all here in set number 1. Timeout, Team India.
तुम्हारे हाथ में है 24 ऑल है सर्विस हुई है तो तुम्हें अप होना है कोई बात नहीं
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now tied at 24 of the first deuce of the set.
As expected, this has been a very intense set number 1.
And that is with reason.
Yes,
High stakes.
high stakes.
Tipping again. Tipping that ball back. You feel goosebumps?
Yes, definitely.
Then we should
Goosebumps
stay
here.
on and watch the game later as well between Alas Pilipinas
That's
and Chinese
right.
Taipei. But what about this fight back? 3 straight points courtesy of the go-to player, Caitlin Tipping. As Inja will try to
You can really feel
challenge
that
this.
she wants to win this set.
There is a challenge.
But in the meantime, Team India asking for a net fault challenge against Australia. But to get back to what you were saying earlier, Coach Ronnie, you still have time to come out here at Rizal
Please do.
Memorial Coliseum, because at 6 p.m. you got Team Philippines. 7 p.m.
7
rather.
p.m.
You got Team Philippines
battling Chinese Taipei.
battling Chinese Taipei, seemingly already getting a ticket to the semifinals. Talking about Team Philippines standing at 2-0.
We'll double check that. Iran or Chinese Taipei. We'll double check
Iran,
that short.
sorry. It's Iran. 7 p.m. Philippines versus Iran here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum in Manila.
That will be the 4th match of the day. Well,
Yes.
tomorrow we start at 10, play at 1, and then at 4 p.m. and then the Philippines squares off against Chinese Taipei.
That's right.
And then we'll have a day off on Monday before we play the semis and the finals on Tuesday and Wednesday. 29 matches, 8-day competition for the right to play in the AVC Challenger Cup, which will also be played here in Manila on
Here-
July.
So far, we got this challenge replay. Unsuccessful. Point stays and goes to Australia.
There is no net contact. The challenge
One of 2 new players seeing action in the national team coming in. This is Cameron Zaire, who played in Adelaide.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to clap your hands as Australia is now at set.
Don't look now. This time Australia at set point. Burton with a jump serve. Jeannie chooses Rada. Too easy for Sims. Tipping. Easy tip from her. India will try this time again. Another opportunity here. Tipping gets it back. And bounces that ball.
Woo! Hot. And one of the key reasons why the Philippines defeated Australia was Tipping was only held to 9 points. But I felt that here in the first set, she might have already exceeded that 9-point mark because of plays such as this. What a comeback.
at
What a
that.
fight back coming from the Valley Blues.
Once again, a very intense match you're watching. And we got our fellow Australians jumping on their feet, cheering for their squad here. That was set number 1 between Australia and India. We will be back.
touches and delivered. But I believe it was in the blocking that really
Yes.
she did damage against India's high-octane offense.
And you know how blocking is not just, you don't just get a simple point from the
Correct.
blocking, but you also get that much needed confidence
Yes.
for you and your squad.
And you also put a dent on the confidence level of on the opponents.
Correct. Yes. Already, I was going to say, we already got a rally here. First point, but an error coming off of Stevens. Got a little too giddy on that second ball. Too eager to get a point right away.
It was right there for the taking.
Miscue there from Surya.
India only had 4 errors in that set, 1 loss. This is their first of set number 2. Incidentally, it was Zager, I believe, who ended that first set as the playmaker for Australia.
You got Stevens, the captain, on your screens.
Michaela.
Good read there by Britain. That was Shabort, who saw a couple of minutes of action in the tail end of set number 1.
Had 5 points versus the Philippines. That's Ella Shabort, who plays. Let me double check this also in the NCAA. We'll double check this. Burton plays for the University of Hawaii. Zager for Adelaide.
Once again, blocking has been the X factor for Australia.
Well, at times, familiarity may be a big question mark for a lot of these teams simply because they haven't played each other. Yes, you have your scouting reports, but it's much different when you are on the playing floor for the first time against this particular opponent. But when you get used to it, players make the necessary adjustments and play normally better in the succeeding sets.
Good deflection there. Opportunity for Australia. They choose no one else but tipping.
Second to none in terms
Yes.
of offensive burst. As we mentioned earlier, tipping had 21 points out of, let me double check, out of over 75 points against Chinese Taipei. And she hardly missed.
Stevens still on the service
Oh,
line.
nice.
Surya.
Finally, Surya gets a touch. Good call coming from Ginny, who's one of the leading scoring setters that we have here.
And look at the adjustment that they made. The first ball wasn't the most perfect of first balls. Ginny having to run down there, but Surya always ready for that quick set.
Always beside
Yes.
Ginny.
Free ball for Australia. Tipping gets that one. Stevens chooses the middle. Still alive here. Once again,
Nice.
choosing Dodd. This time getting the point.
Putting pressure on India's defense. India's blocking has
Yes.
really been porous as of late, dating back to that end point or end part of set number 1. That's why tipping was able to get consecutive and multiple points to help Australia overcome a late 2-point deficit and win an extended first set.
Surya, denied at the net.
By Dodd.
Shalini, jungle ball here. Blocking has been better for Team India. Opportunity for them here. Surya! But the blocking has been superb for Australia.
And anytime your best player, that's skate tipping, plays tough defense, you have no recourse but to follow her lead. Good idea for Ginny to activate Surya, but Dodd once again at the right place at the right time. Once had 10 blocks in their first win against Chinese Taipei, trying to reprise that excellence at the net. Poor first ball here for India.
Opportunity for Australia. Stevens. Oh, wow.
It was saved by Aswati, but the net touch apparently for India, and they are now in a 5-point hole here after the first 9 points. And this is spirited play coming from the yellow shirts, who were frustrated by Alas Pilipinas as they were only, I believe, 37 of 111 when they played the Philippines. Plus 22 in attack points was Alas Pilipinas over the Belarus in that 4-set win. 8-2 lead.
First ball has
Alright.
been the issue here for Team India. A lot of free balls given to Australia last time. Dodd capitalizing on that one with the help of the net.
It's not just the service aces that counts, it's the quality of the
Yes.
first ball that really matters.
Definitely.
No automatic tactical timeouts here. But all teams are given 2 timeouts to call anytime they want to.
Free point for India there as
Rare miscue
A
here for
rare-
Australia here in
yes.
set 2. They've been
Backward
seamless so
sending
far.
that.
Surya.
Ooh, sharp angle there, but good defense. Oh, a triple block for Team Australia.
Sign
No
of frustration.
coverage.
Sign of frustration here for Anusri, the best scorer all competition long. A 15-point scorer per match who was really quiet during the end game of set 1. 6-point lead, Belarus. Oh, new player coming in.
Yep. You got Rolly subbing in for Radha.
Rolly did not play against the Philippines.
Yeah.
Radha taking a breather. That's Patak Rolly, who is only 22 years old.
नहीं उठाओगे तो वो तुम्हारे दोस्त होंगे। बॉल ही नहीं उठा रहे बाकी ये क्या करोगे क्या नहीं। थोड़ा बॉल उठाओ मारो कुछ कोशिश करो। क्यों सोचते हो? तो एक चीज सोचो हार जीत के भूल जाओ अब तो आंख बंद करके खेलो अब क्यों डर रहे हो तुम्हें यही नहीं करना चाहिए सारे पॉइंट जाए 0 रहे कोई बात नहीं खुल के खेलो चाहे 0
Down 7, they call timeout.
If we got the Australians waving their flag high and proud, we got also our fellow Indians in attendance here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum.
Played in the Asian Games for 5 times already, finished in the 9th spot in 2022, a 6-time gold medalist in the South Asian Games.
Shalini, what a swing there.
Off the block point, this time coming from Emmy Burton. Everything that they have thrown has turned to gold so far. Anusri, Radha with 5 points apiece, while Kate Tipping has exceeded her 9-point output against the Philippines.
So far, the leading scorer for Australia, contributing in attacks and emphatic blocks.
Finally, India will be able to score courtesy of Shalini. Going to the open, going to the left flank.
Good serve. Burton.
Mishandled. I've seen very few left-handed players so far. But Rolly is one. And anytime you play left-handed players, they're tough.
Yeah,
Tough to read.
definitely.
In any sport.
In any sport. Better first ball for Australia. They choose Burton, and that lands inside.
Australia had 16 attack points out of the 26-point output in that set 1 win. I believe right now here in this set, they are on course to producing more. And that's a question mark on the floor defense and net defense of India in this set. Tipping again almost.
But great floor defense here for India. Good check. Ball kept alive. They choose Radha, or Anusri rather.
Well played.
Ball still alive. Tipping. Anusri was there. Shalini rather. Oh! Once again, Stevens ending a long rally with an error from an over on 2 play, just getting too eager to get a point.
Costly. India fighting back, trying to stay closer.
But they still have a 6-point advantage here. Make that 7.
Hating tipping, 13 points heading to this set. Denied at least twice here. Somebody's also in. Player number 5, another tall young lady. This will be Shilpa. Also 22 years old. Shilpa versus the Philippines. 4 points on 2 sets played.
Back row here. Good pop-up there from Australia. Tipping.
And that is the Shilpa factor. I believe even taller than Surya.
Yes, it seems like she is the tallest player.
Look at the
For
size
Team
of
India.
size of her feet.
Towering height
really.
here for Team India is Shilpa.
Long and lanky.
Shabort getting a point left front.
This is the value of seeing action in this competition. The exposure, the experience.
Yes.
Going up against the region's best. For the right to make it to the semis, for the chance to vie for the top spot, to be able to play in the Challenger Cup come July.
Rada. Anusri rather. Tipping from the back. Good floor defense from India. Successful over on 2, but people are more alert on the floor. Everybody on their toes here.
Wow. Back-to-back points coming from Shabert.
Shabor 2 for 2 in this last sequence.
It was down to 6 earlier. Look at that form.
Just finding that sweet spot cross court.
How many players that tall can be able to contort their body that way and execute that full swing?
We got 8 points up for Team Australia. Make that 9, the biggest lead they're enjoying here in this match.
And this comes from Kara Inskip, the player that we highlighted at the top of the coverage. 6 of 10 versus the Philippines had 6 of 9 rather, also had 6 of Australia's 10 kill blocks versus the Philippines.
Ooh, nice set from Jeannie. Look at that control. The ball was already on its way to cross the net.
Good adjustment by Jeannie.
Yes.
So far, so good here for the Belarus, still enjoying an 8-point lead from a high of 9.
Ooh, Shabort once again. Just proving to everybody her deserved spot here inside.
Ella Shabert, only 19 years old.
Wow, look at that. Look
Second youngest player together with Caitlin Wincup. The youngest is Cameron Zager, who was that secondary setter to finish set 1 for the Belarus. We're now head by a commanding 9-point lead here in set number 2.
Jeannie once again with that control.
Trying to be the stabilizer right now for Team India. With offense left wanting. As Australia started to dominate, Jeannie continues to provide that stability, acting as the fulcrum for India. And this scoring surge imposed on them by Australia.
We got a new player on the side of Team Australia as well. We got Cox subbing in for Dodd. Ball still alive here. Opportunity for India. They choose Kavita.
Another new player.
Yes, another new player as well.
And initially in the first set, the problem of Australia was to get past the taller roster because of the blocking of India. But with the smaller unit right now, this is free target or target practice that appears to be the vision right now of Australia. And we can see in that last instance what happened with no blockers in sight.
A 9-point advantage enjoyed by Australia here. Let's see how India responds. Kavita. Surya.
Height is might in any sport.
Yes. But also attentiveness is key. She was
Yes.
alert and ready to man the net. Look
Reaction
at that.
time is always essential. Surya, Teya Gagate, very nice matchup last night. Quick to the draw, activating the middle hitter. Not allowing a 2-point run here. And reestablishing another huge lead.
Yes.
Good quick close set here for Michaela Stevens.
That was Lauren Cox. Not even 5 minutes in this game, already making an impact for Team Australia,
Like Shabert.
like Shabert.
Ooh.
And an ace.
Two aces against the Philippines. Philippines have 9 against them. Philippines putting pressure on their reception. Look at that flat serve. No spin at all.
And at the libero, targeting the libero at that as well.
Doubling up right now on India. Smart.
Rolly with that smart tip, acknowledging that free space on the floor.
First point here coming from Rolly. A late entry in this match. Nonetheless, trying to help out India recover their bearings. That's Patak Rolly. Plays for Madhya Praderesha. A lot of these players for Team India plays for Club Team Kerala. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 players playing for Kerala.
Biggest lead enjoyed by Team Australia, 10 points.
Right, bannered by several players in action in the Division 1 of US NCAA.
Burton sends that straight to the net. Free point for India.
That's Emma Burton. One of the key players in that set 1 win for the Valeroos. Emma Burton is the most senior together with Michaela Stevens at 26 years old.
She'll get the set and the point from the back row.
19 points in 2 games for Emma Burton. Almost a 10-point average.
A lot of angles activated by Emma Burton in front and in back. We got tipping with an ace.
This was the Caitlin tipping that we saw against Chinese Taipei, but not the tipping that we played. And the last Filipinas was able to beat Australia 2 nights ago. Totally different. Extremely outstanding in today's contest.
You got 23-12. Let's listen in to Team India.
चलो ठीक है
कुछ नहीं वो आगे भी 3 सेट है खेल लो बेटा
अब तुम्हें यह मालूम है कि ड्रॉप वो गिरने नहीं दे रहे आप पावर मार रहे हो तो आप अंदर क्यों मार रहे हो उनके हाथों में मार के आउट मारो अब हाथों में मारोगे तो वो घुसाएगा ही
That was head coach Jai Narayan trying to motivate his players a little bit. You know, even if the score is this far apart, you try to get momentum.
For the
getting
next set.
into yes
For the
the
next
next set.
The tone is different, more subtle right now.
Good timeout, freezing, tipping there on the service line. They
Nearing
get
the-
the point.
Nearing the 20-point mark is Caitlin tipping to lead all scorers. Anusri has been quiet. Raha has also been contained.
Free ball.
Ooh.
Free ball once again for Australia this time. Stevens with that 1-2 play. But India making a point out of those balls.
And so far, Michaela Stevens has not found success with those dump
Yeah.
plays.
Yep.
But they have enough buffer, enough cushion here. Still left with a 9-point lead. Ooh! Rare 2-point run here for India. And suddenly, Coach Russell is up from his seat at once.
Back-to-back unforced error here. Miscommunication this time between Stevens and Dodd.
That's good. Good execution by Karen Inskip on that slide play.
This time finding the connection from that running attack.
Anusli was delayed half a second. Inja combining Surya and another very tall young lady earlier inside, leaving the floor defense porous. I meant Shilpa, the twin tower combination. Finally, Anusli will score here in set 2.
Getting through the blockers and the floor defenders of Team Australia. Been quiet, but now making a point for Team India. That is Anusli.
39 points heading into this game, 5 points in set 1 for a total of 44.
Shabort. Defense was there.
There for
Stevens
Michaela
still
Stevens.
denied.
Finally for Mika Stevens. She's been pining for that point.
Yes. And that was a set point as well. A sweeter point for Stevens to wrap up set number 2. Let's look at that rally once again. Stevens trying to deflect the ball. Coverage was there.
There you go. That was a push, not a 1-2 play. But let me put it this way. For Michaela Stevens, it's one and done. 2 sets down, 2 sets up. 1 set to go for Australia, but India will fight back. Let's see.
And that is a part of the Australian cheering crowd here at Rizal Memorial Coliseum. We'll be back for set number 3. Wins in this game will most likely head to the semifinals again with Team Philippines from Pool B. Here you go. You got point statistics for set number 2, 16-25. It's still in favor of Australia. In terms of attacking, they have dominated 15-8 as well as blocking. And we have been talking about these crucial kill blocks that Australia have been producing, because not just they don't just get those 3 kill blocks, but they get the momentum, they get the confidence, and they steal the confidence from their opponents. But there's just a little bit more effort as well on the side of Team Australia. As we look at that pancake save and the joy on their faces.
Yes,
now we
yes,
see
yes.
here in Rizal.
Putting all their frustration behind after that 4-set loss to the Philippines. Now really looking good, 1 set away from a possible seat in the Final Four. But expect India to try and stay close and survive. Imposing numbers, doubling up in terms of attack points. 31 attack points in 2 sets for Australia. 22 for India, but only 8 in this previous set. And the block points, 8 right now for Australia in 2 sets. 2 for India, all happening in set number 1. Error count, Australia again with more, but with +7 in terms of attack points that completely diffuses those miscues. But more than that, all in all, better defensive effort here coming from Australia, and disallowing Anusri, Rada, and the rest of the pin hitters to be able to establish their offensive flow, and just making sure that they put a lot of pressure on the floor defense of India, whose net defense has not been as constant and consistent compared to when we saw early in set 1. Tipping once again, trying to get to the tipping point for Australia to get win number 2 in 3 matches and solidify their chances of making it to the Final Four, which they will be able to do for the first time after finishing outside the Final Four in the 2023 edition, finishing 6, 1 rank higher than the Philippines, which ended up in the 7th spot as Australia beat the Philippines last year in 5 sets, but the Philippines avenging that loss with a 4-set win just 2 nights ago.
India, who's actually ranked number 2 in this pool, needs to switch things around, turn their ship 180 degrees, because this is a do or die set for them. We got Stevens on the service line for Australia. Starting the action here in set number 3, Genie. Denied there at the net. Anusri will try again, choosing a tip ball this time. Free ball once again for India. Genie to Anusri. Kipping was there. Shabort.
Off speed.
Straight to the net.
Right. And you can see that right now Genie is making sure that Anusri gets a lot of touches early here in the set. 3 attempts already for Anusri after just about 2 or 3 in that 2nd set loss. And if you are to win, you have to feed your best player and get her more touches.
That's right, and you give her that much needed confidence to change things up in this match. Burton deflected. Anusri, finding the right angle this time.
More touches, more chances to score, but more than that, the higher percentage belongs to Anusri. More effort defensively as well here for India, leading to this transition point. Cross-court delivery, no problem. 2-point lead for India after losing that 2nd set handily against a determined unit from Australia.
Burton will try. Goes cross-court. Good defense there for India. And 1.
As expected. Clutching to straws, looking to survive, dropping the first 2 sets, looking for the reverse sweep in case they win this set. And that's the plan, the only plan that's left, the only option remaining for India.
And don't look now, they got a 3-0 lead here in set number 3. Opportunity here. Another chance for India. Genie with Surya. Good deflection from Dodd. Blocking has been perfect for India so far. Shabort. Wow, Ananaya has been working twice as hard for that moment, setting up another Anusri attack point.
This is the way they started. And hopefully, for them, this is the way they are going to end. Blistering start to open up set 3 here for India.
Solid start for India, 4-0. That's why Team Australia will ask for a timeout.
Must change from here, okay? Strong focus. This game is a long way from over. We're in for a long battle. If we can complete it in this set, that's great, but it's not important. We've just got to play that point-by-point focus, okay? So be organised on the pass. Keep backing ourselves on the high, hard swings. It's been working well for us. Here we go. Yes!
Coach Russell telling the ladies to be a little bit more present because no volleyball game ends in
It's
2
1
sets.
and 2 sets, correct. Coach Russell has been, I believe, coaching for the last 35 years or 30 years. Much experience, much wisdom.
And you see how calm he is when
Always.
he mentors the team.
And very positive, really.
Yes, always motivating them. And look at that, 2 for 2 points off of that timeout.
Good timeout take and restoring sanity, but more than that, gentle reminders that always seem to be taken in by the players quicker.
Yes. Shapper to serve. Been serving really well here. Ooh, Surya winning that rally.
Surya of India's 7 blocks against the Philippines. Surya had 7 of India's 10 blocks against Iran. Sorry, against Chinese Taipei, had 5 blocks against Iran. Wow, 22 blocks in 3 games for Surya.
Wow, big numbers.
That's a lot.
For Surya, but Dad is saying, hey, I get numbers in too.
Oh, yes. Excellent numbers for Dodd in terms of blocking as well. Dodd had 10 against Chinese Taipei. In terms of offensive blocks against the Philippines, Dodd had 2. So that's 12 and 2 games for Casey Dodd.
Shalini out of system.
Oops.
Burton a little too tight there.
Mishandled. India 3 points ahead. 4-point run to open up this set. That was a problem.
2 blockers were there in attendance.
And the block attempts of India has really come to play. Ooh,
Ooh, look at that
what a serve.
Tipping. India responded well. Stevens was there. Over on 2. Ball still alive. Genie back set. Ooh, Sims with that save. Shabort from the back for defense has been perfect for India, but Genie, not enough space for her to set that ball up.
Well, if it were Surya, she would have connected because they have run that play at least 2 times already. But that was somebody different. That was Shilpa, who seemingly is a little slower than Surya.
There you go, Shilpa's getting subbed out for a bit, and Aswani replacing her in the front row. Genie, wow, straight to Aswani right away.
That's why she was sent in. Better floor defense, maybe shorter, but definitely more agile.
Ooh, what
That is where she is
goal.
most dangerous. Nearing the 20-point mark. Doesn't matter to Caitlin Tipping. All she needs and all she wants is for Australia to get win number 2 and beat the team that is probably the most serious threat to that Final 4 spot that they are trying to chase as well.
Good first ball. They choose Radha. Tipping was there. Shabort cross court. Yes.
Very tall young lady, Shabort. And had some key points in that second set win. 5 points for Shabort against the Philippines.
Just really capitalizing on that cross-court angle. I mean, they have the height, they have the jump.
And also understanding that the blocking of India is much more constant in this set.
Ball in play. Shabort out of system.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Nice. Right where she wanted it to be. But I'd also just like to pay tribute to this very quick hitter coming from India, Shalini. Not that tall, but extremely quick. But Shabort is very tall. May not be quick, But it's very powerful.
Definitely. Don't look now. We got a deadlock here in set number 3, 7-all. And this is why India is calling for a timeout.
मैं कहता हूँ नहीं आए थे, हमें डरना काहे का है?
इजी अटैक मत करो, इजी अटैक
मैंने आपको ये कह दिया, अपना 5 पॉइंट रहे, थोड़ी वही बात है, 25 के जगह 23 होगा तो भी वही बात। ये फाइट करा था, बढ़िया करके खेलो खुद के। डरना तो तब है, अभी हम हार जीत के लिए नहीं खेल रहे, हमें खुद के।
Team India started really strong here in set number
Very strong.
3, 3-0.
4-0.
4-0.
4-0 lead.
But with good pieces of advice given by head coach Russell for Team Australia, you know, they picked up on their energy
Right
level,
away.
on their body language, and things are seen like a cruise control on the side of Team Australia so far. Look at that dig.
Excellent defense by Sims, really.
Yes.
But better offense here for tipping once again.
Oh! Ho, ho, ho. I think that was Inskip
Yes.
and Stevens right there teaming up for that solid block.
Inskip, 8 versus Chinese Taipei. Inskip, double digits versus the Philippines and had 6 of Australia's 10 kill blocks or 12 kill blocks.
Look at that off-speed jump serve. Really calculated
right.
there.
Changing pace.
Yes.
More than that, making the defense guess. Down 4, up 2. 6-point swing in favor of Australia.
Full power this time, but still no response for Team India. Again, straight to the libero.
Well, see, you can always plan on what you want to do, but when you talk about execution, it's
Yes.
totally different.
Yes.
Float serve, jump serve,
Off
name it.
speed.
But you have to deliver it with precision.
A switch on the libero for Team India. This time a better first ball. Stevens chooses Shabort.
That's
or
a power tip by tipping.
tip by tipping. Once again, tipping on the back row. Genie.
Oh, nice.
Yes, this time Maswani stopping the bleeding for India.
They needed that more than ever. Good plus off the bench. That's a power tip. Completely beating the floor defense of Australia.
Keeping things close here is Team India with that service ace, cutting their deficit down to 1.
From a high of 3. Good response here for the team that's down by 2 sets. Trying to stay away from a losing streak. Actually, both teams are trying to stay away from a perilous 2-game losing streak.
Better first ball for Australia. Shabort.
And the key Z really in that last play was that Sims took that reception away from tipping. And that led to that play directed to Shabert. This play by Michaela Stevens.
Sims.
Heads up play coming from Sims.
Yes, has been doing quite spectacular here in this match.
And you can never underestimate
Ooh,
the
wow.
value. Ooh, that ball was going out. But at the last second, it hit Rada. Never underestimate the value of a defensive specialist with the way Don Makandili Kantindig has been playing.
Yeah.
And the rest of the defensive specialists that we have witnessed over the course of the last 4 days.
Look at that power behind Kara Inskip's serve. And she redo.
again.
Yep.
Off the block point coming from Anusri.
This
Started
time,
out hot here in
yeah.
set number 3.
Still making the points for Team India here. Anusri getting a lot of touches while she's in front.
Oh, nice play by Surya. They needed that. Not enough offense, then you have to play better defense. And when you say better defense, that has to start in the first
At the
line
net. Yep.
in terms of transition. Offensive block, lead down to 1 for Australia.
Shabert really challenging the blockers there, but we cannot forget that Surya has been the X factor of blocking for Team India. And don't look now, once again, a deadlock here in set number 3.
3-point lead has evaporated in a huff. Overpass, over ball, 3-point given up, tied at 12. Surya again with the denial.
Yes, tipping with a tip. Anuzi was there.
That was an angle tip.
Genie over on 2. Success!
Beating Casey Dodd at the net. And most of the time, the setters are very clever. Undersized, but quick thinkers.
Yes.
The thought process and the delivery is always ahead of the very tall players in front of them.
Good pass. Oh, miscue there for Australia. And once again, Genie just using her brain 10 times more in the last 2 plays.
Averaging nearly 4 points per game. A scoring threat. Somebody has to take the lead. Might as well be me. Probably that is what Genie is trying to say to herself.
Single-handedly getting that point, literally and figuratively.
Oh, they needed that. That's a heavy hitter, really.
Ella Shabert has changed the pace also for Team Australia. Didn't really quite start in the first set, but since then, since she got subbed in, she did not look back anymore and took the reins here for Team Australia. Ooh.
Not so fast. The middle blocker is also essential, and that's Casey Dodd. Once in this competition had 10 blocks to help out Australia. 16 blocks heading to this game. That's a lot.
Big numbers for Dodd.
For
Right
this
in the
big
middle.
for this big young lady, tall young lady. Sims
Ooh,
again.
Sims. Tipping. Easy ball. Genie has been really successful on that over on 2
Has been
versus
very,
Stevens.
very aggressive also with her offense.
Literally taking matters in her own hands here. Trying
Keeping
to-
India ahead here, see?
Exactly. Keeping things at bay, keeping Australia at bay. Miscue once again for the ladies in gold. Good coverage. Genie with a chase down. Free ball for Australia. Who will Stevens choose? Dodd in the middle. Success.
You take a look at Michaela Stevens wearing her heart on her sleeve, full of emotions, really. Feisty and understanding the need for a win. And Genie has been trying to outplay her here in the set. Genie has been the one charging back here to try and lead India stay alive in this match after losing the first 2 sets. Nice short serve.
Genie. Ooh. To Anusri. Finding that hole.
Excellent placement over the double block. Beating the coverage. Good disguise.
Yes, look at that swing as
Correct.
well. Last minute change up there.
Faking the strong hit. Going for that short delivery.
You see this same substitution. Cox for Dodd
Right.
in the front row.
Right.
Good pickup. Cox. Oh. Burton, rather. Good defense there. Sims.
Oops.
Out of system.
Right.
A little too tight. Shabert from the back.
That's power again from the back row coming from Shabert. And she has really helped out Australia, not only rally,
Yes.
but stay in the set. As India tried to run away with this set with that 4-0 start. But what about Sims? Double effort here today. Perhaps still seeing the shadow of Don Makandili Katindig after their last face-off 2 nights ago.
Really good face-offs we've been seeing here in the AVC Challenge Cup. That's why we're inviting you to see the action live here in the Rizal Memorial Coliseum in Manila. But we are also grateful if you're catching us through the Pilipinas Live app, One Sports and One Sports Plus.
Watch us on Pilipinas app live on your way here.
On your
to
way
the
here.
venue.
Exactly. That's the best mix. Once again at 7 p.m., Philippines will be playing against Iran. You still got time to get here. In the meantime, India and Australia. Stevens will choose Shabert from the back. Too easy for India. Genie back set.
Genie again. Swinging the action from left to right.
That
Rather
was
from left to the
Rada.
back and then to the opposite. Rada has been very efficient. And has picked up the scoring role from Anusri, who started out hot here in set number 3. 2-point lead.
Shabert with that first pass. Good defense. Sims sets.
Good save.
Good hustle for Team Australia. Opportunity for Genie. Good block for Australia. Tipping. Aswani really alert here. Free ball once again for Australia. Stevens to tipping.
Wow. That's the difference. A major difference. The block attempts. The double effort. That has denied tipping some big points. Something that she was able to do in the first 2 sets. You know it's coming. You know that Stevens is going to tipping, especially late in the set.
Definitely, Rada has been making an impact here for Team India with that cross-court hit, and this time a solid kill block. Surya with that serve. Stevens to tipping or to... Oh. Rada.
Rada again. Rada ready. Rada ready to extend this match into a 4th set. Australia has to respond. Will they call timeout? Yes, they will.
Rada just really staying aggressive at the net.
Very.
Pulling away, now 3 points up. Australia asking for a timeout.
That's all right. Okay, guys. Just wait for a bit. Okay. Keep it calm. Nice passes coming in. Keep looking for each situation. Maybe give the hitters a call at times too. Okay, but exploit the seams or the line. But we got to keep hitting high. We're not winning with tips and rolls, guys. We got to attack it. Here we go. Same from back.
Well,
Clear as day.
Yes. Again, we see that calm demeanor, sharing pieces of advice to the ladies here who's down by 4 points. Once again, India snatching back that 4-point lead that they started here in set number 3.
Ooh.
That was a little too tight once again for tipping.
This is a big lead. They were down by 3.
Yeah.
Up 4-0 to start this 3rd. Then down by 3. Now up by 5. So 8-point turnaround imposed by Rada and the rest of Team India. Another miss. Oh. That will be called in.
Head coach making sure that there was no touch, confirming it with Rada. Otherwise, he'll ask for a challenge.
No challenge.
No
That's
challenge.
coach. You don't want to stop the momentum, really.
Yes.
Because it takes time. This is Zaire, the secondary setter. One of 2 new players in the roster of Coach Russell.
Got Burton to serve. Good jump serve there. Genie will choose Rada. Gets denied this time.
And they overhaul what was once a 6-point deficit. Or 5-point deficit. Xavier is only 18 years old.
Australia also acknowledging that more balls will be set to Rada this time. Shalini.
I thought that ball was going to go out. But seems making sure that ball was kept in play. That was hot delivery coming from India. Stops a 2-point run as Zamit also sees action for the first time.
Rada with that serve. Zaire.
Looking for a cut.
Too long there.
Difficult angle taken.
Yes. This time India 2 points away from wrapping up set number 3. 5 points ahead. Free point for Australia here. Let's see if they can capitalize on these 3 points India is giving them. We got tipping, jump serve. Better first ball. Genie! Wow!
Mistakes 5 in the match for Genie. She's been trying to rescue this team since the second set. And here finding enough allies to be able to do so. 1 point away from sending this match into a 4th set.
Here we go, Shalini with the set point and serve.
Overpass. The end game was better for India, showing resilience and execution, and their net defense was excellent in this set. And more attack points definitely from the 8 points that we saw from the attack line in set 2.
I mean, look at this. It's basically a team effort. Good serve, free ball given to them, and Aswani capitalizing, not looking back, getting that point and the set for Team India. Now we got a game here between Australia and India, and some of our friends are happily cheering here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. We will be back for between India and Australia for Pool B here at the AVC Challenge Cup live at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum in Manila. So far things have been heating up here. Australia getting the first 2 sets, but India just a little bit more resilient, snatching set number 3. Composure, confidence are in check for Team India.
And easily you can deduce from the onset that they were hanging on to dear life, and it showed with the way they played to open up the third set. 4-0 run, and that augured well for them as Australia was able to fight back and take the lead away from them. But then some key substitutions for India after the midpoint slide saw them able to get to the 20th point ahead of Australia, and that was all that they needed to be able to fight back and stay in the match. Doubling up from that 8-point attack output in that set 2 loss. And for the first time, they will win that battle in terms of attack points. And that was key in that third set win. Plain and simple. Better offense and then the defense. Finally, a constant and omnipresent for India at the net.
Even in terms of blocking, they even things out against Australia. And look at this jam-packed Coliseum. Once again, we're inviting you to come here and watch the games live because in just a bit at 7 p.m., your Team Philippines will be facing Team Iran. But in the meantime, we're back here, Australia versus India. And interesting to note as well, this is India's last game in the preliminaries.
Right.
And once again, it's a do-or-die match for them because who will be joining Team Philippines in the semifinals?
Yes, because each team plays a total of 4 games in a 5-team pool. 2 pools, 5 teams each, top 2 teams per pool in a crossover semifinal face-off, and that will be on a Monday. Sorry, this coming Tuesday.
First point of set number 4. We already got a challenge request here that there was no block touch for Team India. You already can tell how intense this matchup is. So far, once again, in the rankings for Pool B, you got Philippines with 2-0. Sitting comfortably on top. You got India
2-1.
2-1, and Australia with
1-1.
1-1. So once again, a very, very crucial game we got here between these two teams as we're waiting for the challenge for the first point.
First point
here in set number 4.
India last year finished, I believe. As we double check, India ended up in the 4th spot, correct, behind Chinese Taipei, Indonesia, and the branch world champion Vietnam. Australia 6th, Philippines 7th, Uzbekistan 8th, Hong Kong 9th, Mongolia 10th, Macau bringing up the rear in the 11th spot.
It seems like it has been pouring outside, and we're inviting everyone to take shelter here at Rizal.
I like that.
2-1.
That's a double invitation.
Be safe from the rains and watch the games live. And as we see this challenge replay, there was indeed no block touch, and India will draw first blood here in set number 4. Once again, we got a game here against in between these two teams, Australia and India. Shabort gets that first swing. Anusri with a tip. Smart play for Anusri for India.
She started out well in set 3, trying to do the same here in set 4. And the leading scorer was about 15 points per game once again, giving India a 2-point lead.
Miscue there for Australia, option for India here. Rada! But denied!
Australia needed that. Australia with a total of 8 blocks. Let me double check. 11 blocks already for them. India, total of 5. 3 or a game high 3 blocks in that set 3 win. Oh, nice. Smooth for Anusri. With more touches, she has been able to be more consistent. And if I may just mention, it's Genie was really been at the top of this big uprising by India to try and equalize in terms of set count, and eventually and hopefully for them win the match against Australia, who has won already the first 2 sets.
Stevens running. Ooh. But Ananaya was there. Again, Ananaya present at the coverage. Option for Australia. They choose Burton. Ananaya was still there. Anusri from the back. And
Triple
she gets
block.
her own coverage. Shalaini. Wow, we got a mega rally here. Surya. to Anusri. Shabort.
Block touch. Good transition exchange. Australia disallowing themselves from being down early, instead staying close. Different combination for Coach Russell. Trying to finish off India, who are really intent to send this match into a possible fifth and final set. Something that we have not seen so far in the first 18 games.
Ooh, look at that set. Oh, wow. Sims also at the floor and tipping with a put away.
I like your
Everything was
reaction.
so fast.
I like your reaction. Just like you were on court again.
But the reflexes of both of our squads have been very on point.
And this is closing out time. A second chance for Australia to close out this match. Oh, tough to guard. Surya's, your defense was also outstanding in that set 3 win. Did enough to help keep the ball alive and in play. And eventually scored a critical point for the red shirts. Look at that swing.
And perfect placement once
And
again.
not just a power tip, but a full swing.
Surya having a 75% efficiency behind her attacks.
Oh, nice. Cassie that once again. They need more of her. Perfect timing. Look at that length.
Yes.
Look at that length. She was on her way down.
And that's when the people say you cannot coach height. Jeannie. Ooh, to Aswani. Perfect. Textbook quick play.
And she has been the biggest thorn from the third set onwards against the defense of Australia. May not be the tallest, but definitely one of the smartest hitters for India.
The right pivot to that angle, getting an easy point off of that quick set. Shabort from the back.
That's a rare pipe play here. Something that worked for them. Michaela Stevens changing up. Going to a different direction, changing pace. That's a powerful hitter, really at work. Oh, nice serve. And that is exactly what Australia was able to do in that one-sided second set win. Punish the reception of India, who did the same to Australia in that third set win, by the way.
Just trying to get points off of the simple skills here, like Exhibit A, Jeannie, once again.
And Jeannie weaving her magic. Perhaps 7 in the match for Jeannie?
Yes.
Now serving for India, number 4, Shalini.
Such a treat to watch this kind of skill at display.
Correct. What about Shalini was never lifted after she was sent in.
Jeannie to
Oh,
Aswani, forcing an overreach violation against Australia. You know, that is the sign of a really, really smart setter. Choosing which ones to let go, choosing which ones to challenge
Correct.
against your opponent.
and what I like about Jeannie is that no reaction at all. No cheer offense.
Stoic.
That's in. Emma Burton played really well in the first set. Was quiet in set 3, but they need more of Emma Burton. Look at that delivery. Long and quick.
Now serving for Australia, number 4, Caitlin
But
Tipping.
if there's someone who is to close out this match, it has to be this young lady, Caitlin Tipping.
Tipping has been working really hard offense and defense. Aswani to Anusri. Wow, look at that defense. Still present, but Jeannie! Wow!
She's very quick. Very quick. Not just a quick thinker, but very agile. Last night had 5 points against the Philippines. In less than 24 hours, they're up against a tough team once again.
Now serving for India,
Big performance here for Jeannie. Stellar plays. Burton from the back. Defense was there this time. Wow, Rada was there. Anusri. Sims with a pickup. Shabort.
Excellent
Deflection
defense.
was there. Wow, coverage is present for both squads. Shalini with the defense. Wow.
You were saying?
Jeannie, who will she choose? Anusri with a tip.
That's punishing the floor defense. Tremendous effort by India with their floor defense, leading to the transition point. Fighting for their lives, looking to stay in the hunt. Over the double block and beating the pancake save.
I mean, Shabort was there, but not enough space to pick that ball up.
And I also like the reaction of the home crowd, paying tribute
Yes.
to the kind of effort that they're seeing and the high quality of play that they're witnessing.
Tipping.
And closing out time. Tipping has to step forward. She has to take over. There's no other way for them.
Yes. It's gonna be her in this match. She has the hot hands for Team Australia.
Probably can hit the 30-point mark. Could be the first player to do so if she scores a lot of points here in set number 4.
Good serve from Inskip. Ooh!
Oh my.
Wow! A free ball, turning it into a point.
But look at Coach Russell staying so positive at any point in time.
I don't think you can ever see him frown or have a straight face, even. Jeannie with that good serve. Look at that.
Tight.
Shabor too tight. Found a way here. Jeannie will choose Anusri. Tip once again. Shabort was there on the floor. Burton from the back.
Excellent decision coming from Michaela Stevens. Suddenly shifting from the front to the back. And it paid off. Line shot.
Look at that sharp angle.
And look at the reaction as well. Couldn't believe it. She was right there. Protecting the line. Nipintaka fair in the last 2 sets after a one-sided set number 2 in favor of Australia.
Stevens with that serve. Over ball.
Not
Ooh,
yet.
wow, solid defense. Jeannie with a third touch. Stevens to Shabort. Good deflection at the net. Anusri.
Through the block.
Look at the floor defense. Jeannie will choose Anusri once again. Stevens was there. Block was there for India. Opportunity for Australia. Shabort.
Tough.
Anusri with that full swing. Tipping was there, asking for the ball. Stevens goes to Shabort.
There's a sweeper at the back.
Perfect defense for India. Jeannie with a chase down.
Still alive.
Ooh.
That's a heartbreaker really for India. Look at Anusri. Soria doing her share, trying to encourage their top scorer to play on. 2-point run. Yellow shirts, the Valeroos back in the hunt, tied at 10. Fourth set.
Now looking for Australia, number 3.
Some faces of frustration seeing here for Team India,
And
while Team Iran
From West Asia already here.
Yes, already waiting for their turn at 7 p.m.
I was surprised there were so many players in red.
Burton.
Delaying, but striking at the last second to beat the blockers. Look at this. Back set again.
Look at that angle. Really
Difficult angle.
avoiding the blockers.
Well, especially with the way India's played their floor defense the last few points.
Yes.
3-point run here for the Aussies for a 1-point lead.
So far, Burton has been the second punch after
Is that a
tipping.
left cross or a right hook?
Because she's a southpaw. Again.
Don't forget, cannot overlook Soria.
Yes.
Probably has the best demeanor after Jeannie for Team India.
Yeah.
Unperturbed, oblivious to pressure. Very,
Surya.
very agile for her size.
Yes.
India, number 13, Anusri.
Anusri with that serve. Good serve. Stevens to Burton, left front this time. Chase down. Easy ball. Stevens back set to Burton. That sails out.
2-point run. India's version for a 1-point lead. And that's the way it's going to be for the rest of the match. Should it finish in 4 or go all the way to 5?
We got a libero switch here.
Number 13.
Ananaya
Limping her way out. Oh, nice.
Oh, Jeannie with a defense. Shalini rejected.
Jeannie, outstanding defense. Australia, that's constancy at the net. Look at that full swing. The aggression really has been a telling blow in favor of India in the last set and a half. Now Australia able to match that aggression.
Jeannie back set. Ooh. Oh!
That's double effort.
But a stuff block on the side of Team Australia.
Two-point run for Australia. Exchange of winner runs.
Ladies and
Ball will be
gentlemen,
challenged.
Ball in, ball out. This video challenge is brought to you by
Should Australia win this match, they'll get to 2 wins in 3 games. Should India win, they'll get 3 wins and a single loss. Simply put, it's an elimination match for a spot in the semis, which will be played on Tuesday. Also here at the historic venue of the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. And again, a capacity crowd inside the venue for the 3rd straight night.
Seats have been filling up here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Once again, inviting you to come out here and see the action live in front of your eyes.
And witness and stay up close to these athletes who are larger than life when you see them up close. Super athletes giving their all for flag and country.
I think it was a wrong challenge request. First referee called a touch and awarded the point to Australia, but the challenge from India was a ball in or
ball
out.
An unofficial timeout taken.
Yeah. And that's the thing about challenges now. We've seen that they've been also used for
Unofficial
unofficial
timeouts.
timeouts, correct?
But that led to that service error by the yellow shirts, and the restores. Once again, we have a tight scoreline of 13 apiece. Off the block point. Was that tipping again?
Yes.
It's in front, and you know what that means. Jump set. Attacking the outside hand of the blocker. Always works well.
Expect a lot of points poured for tipping, especially if she is in the front row. Good serve. Shalini goes cross court. Cox was there. Burton cross court as well.
Wow.
Returned really quick here. She will try again. This time,
this time.
success.
First was to the left and then to the right. That's perfect control here for the Volley Roos. Look at the bomb set.
Out of system as
Yes,
well.
yes. Finding a way to adjust and beat the defensive specialist. And again, a 2-point run. And again. And again.
And again and again. This time, Australia taking the 2-point advantage. Jeannie. Ooh, wow. Quick hands there for Radha.
was excellent in that third set win, by the way, for Team India, who wore blue when they faced the Philippines. Philippines looking to crash the semis for the first time in its second year participating in this competition. Only the third edition of the AVC Challenge Cup, by the way.
Ooh, wow!
Line shot. Burton.
Double trouble for Team Australia. You got Burton and tipping in front.
Why prolong the rally? If we can finish up that point. And the middle hitter was able to extract one blocker. Take away possible double block. Her version. Powerful hitter.
Shalini. Not the tallest of players, but the explosiveness.
She can get way up. The vertical, very impressive. But what about Cici Rondina?
Same story we got here. Playing well defense as well, Shalini.
Mishit by Yanusri. And then, once again, the rest tries to keep her confidence up because they need her for them to survive. Still the best scoring threat, and you will have to guard her.
Tipping with a jump serve. Jeannie over on 2. Oh, good reflexes for Team Australia. No touch on that third ball.
Jeannie again.
Has been the mastermind of
Has been
Team
a real
India.
genie, really.
Oh,
Making their wish come true.
Genie.
Yes. Because Gia is the magician, the savant.
1 point gain here in set number 4. Aswani on the service line. Tipping from the back row.
Tough.
2 out of system.
That's a rare miss. Yes. A rare miss coming from tipping.
Yeah.
2-point run as well here for India.
Deadlock. Set number 4.
Again.
17 all.
Once more.
Stevens go to Shabort. Out
Oh,
of
smart. That's a rare off-speed that we have
Off-speed.
seen here in the fourth.
Yeah.
In the second, there were a lot. In the third, there were some. Here in the fourth, it was the first time. So the power hitter also has a different pace in her arsenal. Is allowing a 3-point run and restoring a 1-point lead here for the Valley Roos.
Ooh, poor first ball here. Australia trying to get away and stay far from India here in set number 4.
And just that simple move by Cox disallowed India from still keeping that ball alive. Good serve. This is what I meant. That one, that movement. Very tough to beat Genie in those type of plays. Ooh. This is a gap.
Hits.
This is a gap right now between India and Australia. Could be the decisive separation that Australia is looking for. And that's why India will call it ceasefire.
2017 for Australia. Got a timeout here.
खुल के मारो उन्हें देखा क्या होगा खुल के मारना जिसकी भी बॉल बनती है खुल के मारो कोई बात नहीं होने दो दे देंगे
सिर्फ 3 पॉइंट है हम लोग खेल सकते हैं रेडी जस्ट 3 पॉइंट्स रेडी गाइस
Back here at the ball game, set number 4, do or die between Australia and India.
Do or die simply because a loss here will most probably eliminate you from a spot in the semis, which is the target of all of these teams, by the way, before we get to Tuesday.
Ooh, ball still alive. Oh, but
Not anymore.
Genie once again.
Told you.
She has been making things happen for India. Here, 3-0 run, ending that with an overall.
Genie is the lifeline of this team.
She truly is.
Nearing the 10-point mark for a setter. What a
Good
serve.
serve. Free ball for India.
Making sure this time is tipping.
Surya to Radha.
Off speed.
Ooh, and a net infraction from an out-of-system hit.
Coach Russell, no reaction.
Cutting the lead or the deficit to 1 point. Again, Genie with the tip. Genie with a tough serve.
One leg up on that serve. Quite
Shot
low.
board
Very low.
denied.
That was a very low set. And Shabert takes time to get to her vertical release. That separation has been erased. Ambushed. Wow.
And Radha shutting down that swing. Australia calling for a timeout.
Same thing again. Okay, so same thing, side out. Keep playing smart, but when you get the opportunity, hard and high. Nothing different. All right, we're targeting 13 around her. We're getting some value. Let's time our blocks.
Can they hold on? Can they close out?
Another deadlock here. 20 all
I told
as
you.
India thought they have a slim chance. They easily got that 3 points back, and again we have a ball game here. Set number 4, 20 all. Australia versus India. Opportunity for Australia here. Shabort, good deflection there. Surya chooses Anusri. Easy tip. Stevens from the
There
back.
you go. There you go.
When in doubt,
Set on the line. Match on the line. Who do you go to? Has to be Caitlin tipping. Finally getting her touch. Missed from the pipe earlier. Connects against the triple block. And this is winning time right now for Australia. Could be disastrous if this match heads into a 5th and final set for them.
full front row for both squads here. Stevens, good first ball. Genie to Radha.
Perfect. A match that has run for an hour and 54 minutes already with no end in sight. Yet.
Expect that the 20 all deadlock may not be the last tied point game.
21 all already.
Tipping, back row. Radha from the right back.
Oh, that was a big rescue by Shabert. Doesn't have to be an offense, but it's on the defensive side of things that she has to work even harder. Key point here. Look at that effort coming from Genie.
Yeah, look at that opposite setting, but Shabort just recognizing who they'll go to. Radha has been a little too intense here in set number 4. Shabort getting up to serve.
It was a line shot down coming from Shabert, but that's a letdown for Shabert.
The question remains, who will get to 25 first? 22 all. We got Surya to serve. Good pass. Stevens goes to tipping. Too easy.
May look easy to us, but to her, it's all about delivering. Give me my touch. I'll find a way to pound the ball in. Tipping, probably at the 60% mark at the very least in today's matchup. Again, nearing the 30-point level is Caitlin tipping. And they get to match point. Yes, they will. Short serve. Wow.
Way to embrace that challenge. Service ace.
Coming from player number 12. That's Cox.
Lauren Cox.
Whose name we hardly mentioned in today's match.
Yes. And with that service ace, India will call a timeout.
परवाह नहीं करे कोई बात नहीं जो गया उसका छोड़ो खुल के मारो
कोई बात नहीं अभी आएगा ये सेट आएगा पक्का
आएगा बेटा
खेलो फ्री में खेलो
We got fans live in attendance here enjoying the match. You got fans
also-
for Australia.
Right? And what about those wearing the Las Pilipinas shirts?
Oh, the latest additions here.
Nice,
National
nice,
team.
nice.
Are we getting some free merch over here?
No.
We cannot. We cannot.
Just deadlocks.
Just unlimited deadlocks here. Jeannie chooses Shalini. Yes!
That was audacity at its best for Shalini. Going for broke. Look at that set coming from Jeannie.
And again, Shalini, not the tallest of players here for India, but look at her big heart on display.
No second
against
thoughts.
two
No
blockers.
second thoughts.
Radha, good serve. Stevens will choose tipping. Shalini once again.
Oh my.
Wow!
That's a big missile coming from
Big,
Australia.
crucial points for Shalini. Do not underestimate this lady right here.
The libero was right there. Too much point save. But that miscue could be very costly for Australia.
Australia asking for a timeout here.
Rebounds there, all right? So, same thing. They've got a shorter front row. 8 doesn't cut the cross court so well, all right? But your line hits are fine. The shorter front row, use your height and your angle, okay? Ready to cover whoever gets the set. Yeah!
24 all. As we've mentioned, unlimited deadlocks here in this match.
I told you.
And the fans are loving it, cheering for India.
Warming up.
Warming up. We got Radha on the service line. Good pass. Stevens
Oh, wow.
to the middle.
Michaela Stevens redeeming herself after a mishandle earlier. Going for broke, activating the middle blocker. Excellent first ball. That was a surprise, though.
He would always go to
Tipping.
but this time Clara Inskip activated in the middle. Jeannie to Shalini. Defense was there, out of system. Free ball to India. Jeannie over on 2. Reflex was there. Aswani.
Tremendous play coming from Jeannie once again.
And perfect volleyball from both squads.
Now Jeannie's playing quick. After
Yes.
this save, look at this. Look at that set.
Oh my goodness.
Completely wrong footing the blockers. Look at the reaction of Jeannie. Now, there's emotions.
Good first ball. Stevens will
Oops.
go to tipping, but too easy. Option here. They go to Aswani once again. Wow. Oh. But the first referee calls it outside. And Team India asking for a ball in, ball out challenge here.
The call was out.
The call was out. I saw the linesman waving his flag
That it
up
was.
there that it was out.
So,
But
We'll
at
see.
this point in
It doesn't
time,
matter what
just
we say.
tragic.
What only matters is what will be seen on the video.
Can we just play the game?
It used to be
Football.
that. It used to be that way.
Yeah. But added some tension here. We got a challenge system in play for our benefit and the team's benefit, as the quality of volleyball has been growing and getting more intense. We got more systems in play, more challenges possible now as compared to before. Everybody awaiting for the results of this challenge system. And the fans getting into action here, cheering for Team India.
Whenever
and,
there's halal, it's a chance for
yes,
the home court to really be heard.
a little bit of appreciation shown here for Team India. Here we go. Here we go. Ball in, ball out challenge by India.
Last play was great. Second match point, right? Third match point.
Yes.
Third match point. No more challenge
No more
here
challenges
remaining
for
for India.
India. But a good way to challenge at the tail end of this set. You got the number one player for Australia at the service line.
I'll ask the same question. Can they close it out?
Tipping, jump serve, Genie! Wow!
Told you.
I saw this coming. I thought that once she gets in the front row, she will make things happen. And
The blockers were right there.
always two blockers
but how
as
many-
well.
how many wishes
the
will
Australian
Genie-
fans in dismay.
How many wishes will Genie grant tonight?
The X Factor. We got Genie in front, tipping back row. Woo! Simple, effective,
And lethal.
and
Lethal.
lethal. Always.
And what Genie is to India, tipping is
Is
also the
Australia.
same to Australia. The lifeblood, the heart and soul. Gutsy plays coming from these two big name players. Playing different positions, but nonetheless making the big plays. Match on the line.
In skip on the service line. Ooh! Costly error here. I was just about to say an error will spell the difference. Let's see how India will respond.
And
but
it's Genie at the
girls,
service line.
the athlete of this moment, Genie on the service line.
Ooh,
Serve! Shabort
wow,
finding
saving.
a way.
Well, nobody's perfect, and at times you make crucial mistakes. But the best part is you're able to have a chance to redeem yourself.
Yes.
And Shabert had one miscue earlier. Now
Yes.
puts Australia once again. I will not say match point anymore. 1 point up with the match on the line in their favor.
Stevens on the service line.
I will not ask the same question anymore. I will just wait as Michaela Stevens, the captain, is on the line.
Here we go.
That's a heartbreaker. That's a heartbreaker. That's the first mistake of Genie in the last 3 sets, believe it or not. But
That
what a game that she has played. And the home crowd was on her side.
Exactly.
But Australia was not to be denied. Coach Russell will finally show some emotions, giving a sigh of relief. But India, what a way for them to fight in their aim to survive. To be able to get to the semis. But Australia will have a foot inside the Final Four with this grueling 4-set win.
Australia still has one assignment left. They're gonna face Iran tomorrow here still at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Look at the fans, the delight of the Australian fans in attendance here in Manila. And just as you see the appreciation of all the fans in attendance here in Rizal, clapping for what has been such an intense and high-level volleyball.
High-level, really high-quality match. Aside from the Las Pilipinas matches, this is probably one of the best that I have seen here in the Challenge Cup. As we approach game number 17 or 18, this is one of the best. Definitely the longest high-quality match with so much at stake.
And Team Australia thanking the crowd for all their cheers, all their support.
Well, they recognize that after losing to the Philippines, that the cheers were still ringing in their ears.
But look at India, the roaring claps and cheers. They have earned the hearts of the Filipino volleyball fans here in the AVC Challenge
And the respect
Cup.
as well.
And the respect as well. They give Team Philippines quite a fight.
And it's not
days ago.
easy to play. No, last night.
Last night.
It's not easy to play 2 straight days. In less than 24 hours,
Yes.
you play against a top-notch team.
And again, we have said it in the pregame, this is a do-or-die match between these two teams. And after about 2 hours in play, we already got the second team who will be joining Team Philippines in the semi-final
Most probably.
round. Most probably, and this is why we're inviting you to continue watching and cheering for your women's teams here in the 2024 AVC Challenge Cup. We're gonna stay put here in the Rizal Memorial Coliseum in Manila, playing until the 29th of May. A lot of teams in participation here for Pool B. We got the Philippines, India, Australia, Iran, Chinese Taipei.
5 teams per pool.
While
2 teams per pool to make it to the semis.
While in the other pool, we got Vietnam, Indonesia, Kazakhstan, Singapore, and Hong Kong. So if you guys want to catch any of these teams here in this tournament, we got it for you. Now let's turn it over to Bailey's for some report.
Thank you, Z and Coach Johnny. First off, I'm with Caitlin Tipping. Congrats on the win. What a roller coaster match, a thrilling match. We thought that you were going to get away with 3 sets, but India countered back, but you came back stronger. Now, the latter part of the match, it was you who carried your team. What was going through your mind at the time?
I think for the game, you can't underestimate India. They're a great side, and we probably didn't think that they were going to come back stronger, or we did talk about it, but we didn't switch on hard enough in that 3rd set. But in terms of carrying the team, I don't think I felt that way personally. I thought we did a really good job. Like Berto, she got so many points at crucial times, and I think we worked really well as a team today, and that's why we got the win.
Now, coming from a loss, the stakes are much higher for this match, almost like a do-or-die match. But you stayed calm, the team stayed composed. How do you guys keep a positive attitude?
I think, again, like, we're really tight as a team. Like, we're super close, so we rely on each other when, if someone's down on the day, everyone picks up for them. So we're just working really well as a team this year and having each other's back all the time. And off the court, it's even better. So I don't know, we're just really gelling this year.
Congrats on the win and good luck. Thank you so much. Caitlin Tipping of Australia, everyone. Back to you, Coach Ronnie and Z.
Thank you, Bailey's, for sharing with us your time with our best player of the game, Caitlin Tipping from Australia. A little bit quiet in their past game, only 9 points, but
Against the Philippines because of the way Las Pilipinas defended Tipping and the rest of the players from Australia. Only one player was able to get to double digits against the Philippines. And taking a look at the numbers after 2 hours and 4 sets played, you have here a lot of interesting points. Number 1, what jumps out of your screens is in the blocking department. Plus 10 Australia, and that was key. This 4-set win also was a vital part in the 2-set lead that enabled them to gain momentum and put a lot of pressure on India. Australia also with more aces than India, but lost in those numbers is the excellent play also of India, led by Genie and Anusri, among others, Radha, Shalani. And it was tough. Somebody had to lose because only 2 teams will make that entry into the semis. Let's take a look at Pool A. Here's Z.
That's right, Team Philippines sitting comfortably on top. They will be playing Iran at 7 p.m. Meanwhile, Australia and India still have pretty much the same number of points, but India already done with their assignment in the preliminaries.
Right.
Australia still playing Iran tomorrow. So tomorrow we might see a more clear picture of who will be going to the semifinal round.
No doubt. That will be our final play date in the pool phase. Let's see what gives. But for now, the Philippines will play Iran shortly, and that is exactly why this massive amount of people are inside the venue.
That's right, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned at 7 p.m. Another match and a home court match for Team Philippines versus Iran. But for now, thank you so much for joining us in this Australia versus India match. This has been 2024 Challenge Cup. Joined you by Azir Basho, Coach Ronnie Magsanok, and Bailey Sakot. Maraming salamat from the Philippines here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. We will see you soon.